Good morning. Welcome to the channel. My geezer guitar journey. Hope everybody's doing great this morning. So I went out again and did it yesterday, or went out yesterday and did it again. I found a used, extremely inexpensive guitar online. The person that listed it for sale was a young guy, and he obviously was not familiar with guitars. I think he told me it was a friend of his gave it to him. I don't know whether he owed him money or what, but the guitar didn't have any strings on it, but it came with three hacks of strings. The string pegs, of course, were not on the guitar, but they were in a baggie. So was the saddle, which was all notched, so couldn't use it because what happens is you get the strings caught up on the notches and it goes out of tune way too easy. I looked at the neck, it looked okay. That was my main concern. There was some damage to the guitar. There's a spot right here where it's poked through. I'm gonna kind of play with that a little bit and get it to where it's, not as visible. It's not a big deal. Anyway, it's a Rogue RD80, full-size dreadnought. I did put strings on it, tune it. I need probably a little time to let it settle in and get used to it, but it's not, for what I paid for it, it's not bad. Truthfully, what I paid for it was, the strings were close to the value of what I paid altogether. So in other words, figure somewhere around $8 set of strings, got 24 bucks. I paid 30. So anyway, so this morning I'm going to do a couple songs since I didn't do any yesterday because I was driving to go pick this up. By the way, this makes guitar number 16 in my lifetime, 14 in the last 2 years, year and 10 months. Currently I have the Feixiang travel guitar. I have the PV Raptor Strat style. I have the Orangewood Austin Dreadnought and the Rogue RD80 now. So anyway, we're gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna do a couple songs this morning. Okay, the first song, like I said, I'm gonna be doing is by Faces, and it only has 2 chords, a D and E minor 7. So you got one of the first chords you'll learn as a beginner, D chord, and then E minor 7 is a single finger. You're playing the A string. In other words, the 5, string 5. You're playing the A string in the 2nd fret. That's it. So, anyway. So we're going to go ahead and do Ooh La La by the Faces. Okay, so that was Ooh La La by The Faces. And like I said, really easy beginner guitar song. You got two chords, E minor 7 and D. And like I said before, you got D is a three finger chord, easy chord, one of the first ones most beginner guitarists learn. And E minor 7 is one single string and one finger. And truthfully, if you've just started out and you can play a D chord, of course, and you can also play an E minor, you don't have to do the E minor 7, just do an E minor. I mean, you're doing two strings instead of one, but still, it's got a similar, close enough sound that it's not going to be that noticeable. And some people are more comfortable because they've been used to playing it. You might not be used to changing to one finger. That's all I'm saying. So, don't forget comments, questions, queries, suggestions, and or requests. By the way, the Rogue didn't sound bad. That's the first song I've done with it since I strung it last night. And so it's just going to take a little time for it to get. I had to do the frets were dry, and the fret ends were had a little bit of a sprout on them, and that for some reason he had two different color pegs. He had 3 black and 3 white, so what I did was staggered them. I did black, white, black, white, black, white. So anyway, but other than that, so I'm sitting here now with 4 guitars. So hell, I'll get myself a band together here. Anyway, don't forget comments, questions, queries, suggestions, and or requests. Like and subscribe for me. I'd really appreciate that. And don't forget, I love you guys, and I will see you next time.